find ourselves inspired by women, adults, people who are doing these amazing things, but we kind of forget that there are a lot of inspiring kids out there as well.
Yeah.
So Chasta and I actually came across a Can Do kid. And he's a Can Do kid, not just because he's just a good, nice, responsible young man, but he has a passion for writing and literature, and he is now taking that passion to the blogosphere and blogging about stories and poems that he's written. His name is Taylor Suter.
And I think, there are, no offense, Miley Cyrus, but there are girls and kids out there that make me a little concerned about this generation. I feel incredibly old saying that, but I think it's true. And so when you see a kid like this doing what he's doing, it is very not only inspiring, but it's kind of a relief that there are kids in this generation that are doing something really great and that are really inspired and are kind of changing the face of some not so great parts about a generation. And this happens, I think, with every generation.
It does.
There are bad and good, of course. But he is definitely part of the good.
And we want to talk about him first by reading one of the poems that he has written. Again, his passion is writing and literature and history. He is like every other kid, too. He likes video games, all that fun stuff. But he really puts a lot of effort in his free time to do this. So I'm going to read this poem by him. Taylor Suter. I look up and I see the sky, and I wonder why. Why, oh why, can't I fly? Why can't I join the birds in their flight? Why can't I soar through the celestial heights, the lovely clouds, the living sky? Why can't I live my dreams, accomplish all I want to be? But no, they all say you're too young, too old, too different, too bold. But no, I will fly. I will soar through the sky. I will spread my arms and run and jump, and I will fly.
That is amazing.
Isn't that cool?
Yeah. It's so great.
That's from a 15-year-old kid. Some little boy, in the middle of Arizona who loves to read and write beautiful stories is now inspired so much that he wants to share all of this with you guys.
It's incredibly amazing. Obviously, this kid is super duper smart because he uses words like celestial heights. I mean, for what'd you say, 14-year-old?
15. He's
15-year-old?
Yeah. But he's been doing this for
Pretty
a while.
Good.
He's always been passionate about, and he loves history. So a lot of the stories he'll write about on his blog are things like, Alexander the Great. Like, here's a prologue from one of his stories. I can't even say that word. Macedonian? Okay.
Yes.
The dust of the Macedonian plain swirled in the air as the hooves of a jet black horse pounded on the dry and cracked ground in
agitation.
In agitation. Let me try that again. See what I mean?
I know. It's amazing.
The dust of the Macedonian plain swirled in the air as the hooves of a jet black horse pounded on the dry and cracked ground in agitation. There. That is the prologue to a story that he wrote about Alexander the Great. And the prologue is called Oh My Son.
That's incredible.
That is pretty cool.
So you can keep up to date with what Taylor's writing, and it's really inspiring to see a 14-year-old kid, 15. How old is he?
He's 15.
15-year-old kid writing these kind of things. So it's taylorstales.com, right?
Yeah, TaylorStales. Taylorstales.com. Hop on there. You can check it out. Leave him a comment. I'm sure he'd love to hear from you. And let's inspire these kids to love things like books and reading and literature and history. There's so much going on in this world, and we forget about the wonderful things that we were brought up on because, we didn't always have video games and this, and the internet and things like that. So let's support a 15-year-old kid who is really doing something good to educate others.
That's right. He is our first Can Do kid. Thanks, Taylor, and thank you guys for watching.